This conversation with Tobi Lütke, co-founder and CEO of Shopify, explores the journey of building Shopify from a personal necessity to a global e-commerce platform empowering millions of entrepreneurs. The discussion delves into entrepreneurship, the importance of building when no one's watching, the dynamics of competition and collaboration, the future potential of AI, leadership philosophies, work-life balance, parenting with an entrepreneurial mindset, and Tobi's personal hobbies and views on taking calculated risks. Tobi Lütke shares how his move from Germany to Canada, driven by love and circumstance, inadvertently led him into entrepreneurship. Unable to secure a work permit, he was advised he could start a business without formally working for anyone else. Combining his passion for snowboarding and his computer programming skills, he launched an online snowboard store in 2004. Frustrated with the inadequate and costly software options available for e-commerce, he built his own platform. This experience revealed a much bigger opportunity, democratizing the ability for anyone to start an online store easily and affordably. Early challenges included expensive web development and complex tools, but this led to the foundational idea behind Shopify, a simple, scalable e-commerce solution accessible to small and medium-sized businesses. The process to launch Shopify took about a year and a half beyond the initial store, and its power was evident immediately. Tobi views entrepreneurship as a deeply meaningful journey, one that requires courage but offers immense personal and societal value. It enables individuals to create, express themselves, and contribute positively by bringing valued products and services to market. Each purchase is akin to a vote, signaling the worth of a product and supporting entire ecosystems, including supply chains and jobs. He emphasizes the virtuous cycle where entrepreneurs build products, customers validate them, and this drives growth and innovation. The importance of founder-product fit is paramount. Entrepreneurs excel when solving problems they themselves relate to. Shopify's mission grew from Tobi's own experience, aiming to make entrepreneurship as accessible as possible and to remove obstacles that previously held back innovators. When asked about the most overrated aspects of tech entrepreneurship, Tobi candidly points to networking events and conventional advice as less effective. While these are ubiquitous, he believes gut instinct and self-confidence in a unique idea often get undervalued. Many ventures rehash existing concepts with minor tweaks instead of bringing authentic, eccentric innovations forward. He encourages builders to embrace uniqueness and trust their intuition rather than relying solely on market research and conforming to existing norms. The transformation from Snow Devil, the snowboard shop, to Shopify was motivated by necessity and dissatisfaction with existing options, but also by a deep engagement with customers. Tobi recounts personally handling customer support in early days, directly interacting with users and iterating based on real needs. This hands-on approach helped shape a platform that could grow with entrepreneurs, addressing concrete frustrations like mobile responsiveness and integration with social media. Tobi's background as a programmer and craftsman heavily influenced the company's attention to detail and product quality. Tobi stresses the significance of intrinsic motivation, doing the hard, often thankless work before recognition arrives. He likens entrepreneurship to deliberate craftsmanship, requiring consistent practice and passion even in isolation. Persistence without external validation is essential because product success only materializes over time, particularly once users start actively engaging. He critiques the common advice to avoid micromanagement, arguing instead for leaders to be deeply involved and supportive, guiding teams with precise expectations and fostering clear communication. The discussion highlights a nuanced distinction between competition, rivalry, and imitation. Tobi values rivalries that inspire both sides to improve and innovate, contrasting them with mindless copying or cargo cult behaviors that mimic surface-level attributes without true innovation. He advocates for unique expressions of ideas that are authentic rather than derivative, using examples from podcasting and motorsports to illustrate how healthy rivalries fuel progress. Shopify's approach has been to grow the market and create new opportunities rather than nursing zero-sum competition against incumbents like Amazon. Tobi remains deeply connected with Shopify's users, regularly reviewing customer interviews and even working undercover in customer support to understand pain points firsthand. He views empathy as a cornerstone of product development and strives to make technology accessible and empowering rather than intimidating. The goal is to create tools that give people superpowers, simplifying complex processes and fostering entrepreneurial confidence. This approach reflects an engineering mindset focused on addressing user frustration and enabling success for all skill levels. Anticipating the transformative effects of AI, Tobi believes it is currently underhyped despite extensive buzz. AI's ability to project intelligence across complex problem spaces without consuming scarce human expertise is game-changing. He provides examples where AI assists in medical research, business operations, and customer support, effectively acting as a patient, knowledgeable team member. Shopify has integrated an AI-powered assistant called Sidekick into its platform, helping entrepreneurs with tasks from product uploads to regulatory questions. This democratization of expertise and automation dramatically expands what small business owners can achieve and signals a new era of empowerment enabled by technology. On leadership and team dynamics, Tobi champions small, high-performing teams, ideally composed of 5 members, with a clear leader or editor who ensures coherence and alignment. He warns against growth without focus and stresses the value of micromanagement done right, leaders being deeply involved to help the team succeed, not just delegating blindly. Trust within the team is viewed as a battery accumulated through consistent behavior. Tobi demands excellence and honesty, welcoming people who thrive in challenging environments. He believes it is kinder and more effective to be upfront about high expectations so that only candidates who align with the company's mission and standards remain. Tobi discusses balancing intense professional demands with family life, emphasizing harmony over perfect balance. He enjoys working and embraces the puzzles his job presents, while prioritizing quality time such as family dinners and shared hobbies with his children. He acknowledges a persistent background mental presence of work, but focuses on being as present as possible. Phones and technology, often criticized for distraction, offer him the ability to stay connected to family while integrating work flexibly. He rejects simplistic notions of perfect presence and embraces his own style of meaningful engagement. From an early age, Tobi encourages his children to think critically, redesign their surroundings, and understand the modifiable nature of the world. They don't receive allowances, but pitch ideas and negotiate for what they want, naturally learning incentive systems and business concepts. Challenged by COVID restrictions, he and his wife introduced problem-solving games, video games, emphasizing teamwork and creative storytelling like Dungeons & Dragons to cultivate resilience and adaptability. The family motto, "Everything is interesting," underlines a belief that curiosity and a growth mindset unlock learning and success. Tobi actively answers their questions and models lifelong learning and intellectual exploration. Tobi sees risk-taking as essential to entrepreneurship and personal growth, challenging excessive caution. Drawing an analogy from childhood, he says those who break bones young understand recovery and resilience better than those who avoid all risk. Competence matters more than mere carefulness. Building skills is key to navigating uncertainty. Failure is part of the journey and should be embraced as valuable tuition that guides future decisions. Mistakes at Shopify, whether technical outages or strategic pivots, have been reframed as learning opportunities. Team members aren't punished hastily for errors. Instead, second chances are the norm unless neglect recurs. This mindset fosters a candid, growth-oriented culture. Tobi's advice to aspiring entrepreneurs focuses on starting immediately and learning by doing. Perseverance and iteration matter more than perfect timing or initial success. He highlights the importance of founder-product fit, building solutions for problems the entrepreneur deeply relates to, over chasing crowded markets or shallow product-market fits. A modest 1,000 true fans can sustain a business when the connection is genuine and passionate. The risks of not trying outweigh those of failure, because every experience builds intuition and skills that empower future ventures. His optimism for the current moment stresses unprecedented accessibility and technological advantages, fueling a renaissance of entrepreneurship. Tobi identifies as a long-term optimist, tempered by short-term realism. He references studies showing optimists often are ridiculed, but historically proven right about progress. Pessimism serves a corrective function by highlighting risks and steering solutions. He critiques the skewed media attention on negative news, noting that real quality of life and technology advancements continue to improve. The proliferation of accessible tools, including AI, is poised to unleash vast potential for human creativity and productivity in ways comparable to historic revolutions like electricity or the internet. Outside work, Tobi enjoys engaging with adrenaline-fueled hobbies such as motorsport racing and kiteboarding. He describes racing as a form of Zen Buddhism at high speed, offering focus and grounding. Over the past decade, he has progressed from casual track days to endurance racing in professional-grade cars, including the LMP2 prototype class, and even planning to participate in the iconic 24 Hours of Le Mans race. These pursuits embody calculated risk, camaraderie, and continual challenge, values that parallel his entrepreneurial spirit and approach. Tobi expresses a preference for maintaining a small, nimble internal team, complemented by strategic outsourcing to reputable companies rather than individuals. He reasons that external companies are more likely to care about maintaining their reputation and delivering quality, reducing friction and managerial overhead. However, he recognizes the difficulty of scaling without losing agility and the importance of aligning incentives, culture, and communication within all parts of the organization. Throughout, Tobi emphasizes honesty, directness, and clarity in communication with his team and customers. He embraces his straightforward Germanic style and insists on being precise in expectations and feedback. While this can be intimidating, he sees it as essential to avoid confusion, build trust, and achieve excellence. He identifies trust as a measurable commodity that increases or diminishes with each interaction, and he actively manages this dynamic with his leadership team. Tobi reflects on Shopify's remarkable growth, from handling the first million in transactions to now facilitating trillions of dollars in global commerce. He emphasizes that Shopify isn't competing to own the market. It is expanding it by enabling millions of small merchants to bring their products online. The platform is continuously evolving, adapting to changes like mobile commerce and integrating AI to further lower barriers. The focus remains firmly on empowering entrepreneurs and making the process more accessible, enjoyable, and effective for users worldwide.